Hi, I'm Anne from Sew Paradise. So I want to take you through what I sewed and wore on my European vacation this summer. First of all, it was very hot in Central Europe, so I wore a lot of shorts. And these are the Emerson from True Bias. I like them. These are in linen. They have an elastic waist. I've worn and washed and worn these again. So that was one of my first pieces. I made a Antero shell. This is from Sew Muse. It's a boxy V-neck tee, same fabric as those shorts right there. And I also wore my trusty Pietra shorts from Closet Core. These came out right out of my laundry, by the way, so they're wrinkly. They actually compress really nicely in my bag and actually aren't too wrinkly. I don't iron anything except while I'm sewing, which is kind of funny because I never iron anything afterwards. So again, back elastic waist, super comfy. So I wore those. Plus, one of my very, very favorite things is to wear Scout tees. This is from Grainline Studio. You can see this. This is a cotton lawn. When you put this on and wear it, no wrinkles at all. It's super lightweight, very, very comfortable. I strongly recommend this. I wore this. I have two of these in different colors. Plus, I also made another Antero shell in this blue with scrap fabric. You can see here, really cute top. These are super cute on. And then I did bring one pair of long pants. I wore them on the plane. I wore them elsewhere. These Butterick out of print. I did do a little bit of work on the hem here. I actually created a little pleat. I've changed this a couple times. I've had them open, rolled up, lots of different things. I'll show you some different examples of this, of what I've done and what I plan to do. But these are super comfortable. Back pockets, loose, like a lightweight linen cotton blend. Goes perfectly well with other tops I have. Loved these. Great for the plane, by the way. Super sweaty everywhere I went. There's just no air conditioning in Europe, hardly at all. And even in places where there should be air conditioning, like the airport, it's just not cold enough. I also had a great basic t-shirt. This is a cut-on cap sleeve t-shirt. This pattern is likely out of print now. It's the 3 T's from Christine Johnson. But any, basic cut-on, you can see cut-on cap sleeve, basic white t-shirt will work fine. Also another MVP in my wardrobe. And then probably the best MVP of all in my wardrobe that I took and wore again and again and again is this knee-length linen dress. This is the slip dress from Normandy Patterns. I wore this probably 4 days of the 10 days that I was there because it was super, super hot, like 98 degrees hot. And I wore this. It's loose fitting, so it floats away from the body. This was just an MVP for me. It does require, because it's got a cutaway shoulder and everything, a racerback bra, but I have a really great racerback, almost like a mesh bra, which frankly, that's probably one of the reasons I wore this dress so much, just for that bra, because it was super cool to wear. Also, this dress was very, kind of floaty and worked so well. Plus, above the knee, cute style. Wore it with athletic sandals the whole time. Now, I did bring one skirt and a tank top, and this skirt, this is not a self-drafted skirt, but it's a straight skirt, like elastic waist, straight skirt. But if you'll notice, it has a shirt tail hem here. You can do this. I have instructions on my blog about making this shirt tail hem using a plate that is a dinner plate to create that hem. So this is a midi length skirt here, comes down here. I wore it with a tank top. This is super lightweight rayon lycra. I wore this a ton too with a white tee, with a black tank top, and also with a navy blue tank top. So this was also an MVP in my wardrobe. And then of course everyone's gonna ask, well, what exactly did you buy while you were over there? And I really hadn't intended on finding fabric stores because it was in Central Europe, but I did actually stumble across one. So we were headed to Wenceslas Square in Prague, and our apartment was kind of a little bit, I guess it would be north of there. It was a little bit north of there, a little closer to the train station. And so we had to kind of walk around the corner. We just were walking by one day, and I ran into this little tiny fabric store. Nobody spoke English there, but it doesn't matter. With gestures and a calculator, you can get by. And I ended up getting this fun, it's actually a French print, but I ended up getting this fun print. and it's a cotton, poly cotton blend fabric. I'm probably going to make a tank top or a t-shirt or a t-shirt dress or something out of this. So this was a really nice find. I didn't buy a lot. I bought some check glass beads to do some beading with. I had a 50-liter backpack, and I took all of this in there. You'll notice I did have one long sleeve shirt. This is a ready-to-wear long sleeve shirt that I thrifted, a J. Crew chambray shirt. I wore this 2 days when it got cool and rainy in Hallstatt, Austria, which is in the Alps, kind of the lower foothills of the Alps. I wore this for 2 days, but otherwise I didn't wear long sleeve anything. It was just way too hot. So that's my European capsule wardrobe. You can get this online and see everything that I sewed at paradise-graphic.com or Sew Paradise. These worn, washed, folded, hung up to dry, washed in the sink, washed in the washing machine, just MVPs in my wardrobe. And I really have to say, if you're planning on doing a trip, think about ways that you can sew garments that will work really well. I didn't really intend to bring almost 100% me-made wardrobe to Europe, but it turned out that these are my most favorite things to wear, and therefore they were the ones that made the cut. So if you're thinking about it and you're saying to yourself, should I really sew my whole travel wardrobe? Yes, you should, and you can. Probably the only thing I didn't wear much were the pants. I really only wore them on the plane, and it took me 3 days to get home, so I didn't actually wear them on the way home. I wore a pair of ready-to-wear joggers, and I so wished I had made Tencel joggers, because the ones I had were hot and not very breathable, and I was not super happy. I did start 2 days going home with the linen pants, but it took Delta Airlines 3 days to get us home. So linen pants again, and then by the time we got to the third day, I was like, well, I can't wear those pants again. I'm gonna have to wear those joggers that I wore on the plane over, which were really just kind of too hot. But at any rate, it was cold on the plane. I also took a poncho, and I wanna show you one last thing. So I took this poncho to wear really on the airplane, and that's almost the only place I wore it. So this is a poncho that's like one of those diamonds that you'll be able to see it pretty clearly here, because it's got almost like directional fabric, so you can kind of see here, yeah, this is really, really key. So you can wear it this way, as a poncho this way, or you can wear it as a boat neck poncho this way. And I wore this on the plane, and this was really nice because it was hot carrying a backpack, getting up to, through the airport, you're walking, you're carrying this, 11 kilogram backpack, and, kind of getting all the way through the airport, you're hot and sweaty, and then you get on the plane, and it's freezing. So this was the perfect thing to put in my carry-on bag, my carry-on backpack, just to kind of fold up in half. I did wear it when I was in Austria, because there were a couple days that were rainy, and we would sit on our balcony and watch the rain fall through the Alps. I mean, pouring down rain, and it got cold. And so I did wear this, but it was only really a couple times, and then just on the plane. So you can get a similar version of this, not the diamond shaped one, but actually a rectangular one, for free at my blog at paradise-graphic.com or Sew Paradise. So this was another MVP, and this is the second or third European vacation I've taken this one and worn it. But again, it's always been hot when I've been there, so it doesn't matter whether it was July or August or June. Only the ones that I took when I was in September and October were actually cool. So that is my European vacation. You too can sew your own European vacation wardrobe and have a great time wearing all of your me-mades and doing all the things that you would do without being worried about what you're wearing. By the way, the dress I have on is the Hot Patterns. It's supposed to be a midi dress, but I'm kind of short, and this was my test garment. This is the Hot Patterns Trilogy. I think this is the Trilogy. It's available in a download from hotpatterns.com, but only until August, and then they're switching over to their Etsy store. But this is a great t-shirt dress, not suitable for stripes, but a super great t-shirt dress. And I kind of wish I brought a t-shirt dress. I had a striped one in mind that I thrifted from J. Crew, and I didn't bring it, but I could have really used one more dress. So in retrospect, I would have sewn another dress or brought the J. Crew one that I had, another t-shirt dress, because dresses were just really comfortable. Do European women wear shorts? Young women do, yes. Women my age, not so much. I saw a lot of dresses, a lot of wide leg floaty pants. I saw a lot of smaller cropped-ish tops, particularly on younger women. So not a lot of shorts, but mostly on younger women. I don't really care. I just kind of go with. When I was in the bigger cities, though, when I was in Austria, when I was in Vienna, I did wear the skirt that day and my dress. So I just felt more comfortable in those outfits as opposed to just wearing a pair of shorts and one of my tops. But everywhere else, I had no problem at all wearing shorts. It was super, super hot. It just was better to have nice, cool, comfortable outfits. So you can sew for your European vacation. I've got a whole list of garments that you can sew to take with you. You still have time to sew. These are all fast to sew, pretty fast, easy to sew garments, as is Sew Paradise. So definitely make your plans, sew your stuff, take it with you, love it, wear it, wash it, repeat.